Hey friends, happy Tuesday. Right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's late in the afternoon already. Well, not late, but for me it's late to record this video, but I did say I was going to be recording videos late this week, but it's okay. Plus I wanted to finish what I was working on last night, then I got too tired and didn't go any further on it last night. But so in yesterday's video I told you what was going to be on my hook and what was going to be on my loom. So I tried loom knitting pumpkins, my normal same pattern. I loom knit every year, and my brain just said nope. I was struggling. I was on the struggle bus last night with that. So I looked at it as a sign to just put the loom down before I frustrated myself any further. And I found a wonderful crochet tutorial, about 21 minutes long, for a crocheted pumpkin. And so I started working it up to see how I would like it, you know, before I fully decided, before I fully decided on if I wanted to do the pattern or not, or if it was going to be something doable. Because I have done other crocheted pumpkin patterns recently, and I didn't like them. I didn't like the way it turned out. I didn't like the way the bottom and the top cinched up. And it's because I need the top to be a little bit more open because I don't crochet the stem. I use something different, and it's something I learned about when I started loom knitting pumpkins. I, believe it or not, use, well, I'm not going to go in that box. You'll see it right now. I use a chew stick that you would use for like hamsters and stuff. They come about this long. I cut them in half. Yeah, I haven't had to buy any more. I bought 2 packs of them, 2 or 3 years ago when I first started loom knitting pumpkins. And I'm still going on those same 2 packs. So you buy them at like Petco or something like that, and like I said, you just cut them in half, and it works beautifully for a stem. I think it looks better. I did try the whole cinnamon stick thing, and I did not like it. I did not like the way the cinnamon stick looked as the stem. So without further ado, let me show you my pumpkin. So this pattern is worked in 25 rounds back and forth in a row of stitches using single, half double, and double crochets. And then the stem here, the little vine thingies here, those are just a row of, I think I chained 15, and then starting in the second chain from the hook, I did 2 single crochets in each chain down the row and got that. So yeah, so I have this one shoved down in there quite a ways. I already glued it, so, but you can see it's literally just a hamster chew. Because if you've ever had a hamster, you know hamsters have really, really long teeth, and so they have to constantly be chewing on something. And I know this because I used to have hamsters galore, and then I finally I had enough of it. They're hard to keep, and it's even harder when you go and you buy what you think is 2 females or 2 males, and it turns out to be 1 and 1, and next thing you know, you've got a whole brigade. Yeah, we're not going to go into that. We're not going to go into that, what happened in Virginia when I had my hamsters. Nope. So anyways, yeah, so you just find these in the little small rodent section, rodent, small animal, however it's categorized in the pet stores these days. And I don't remember how many come in a pack. Let me see if I can. I'm just going to go to my trusty. I'm going to see if I can find some information on these for you real quick. Small animal chews. Yeah, so you can actually buy these on Amazon. They're called apple sticks, small animals, molar wood treats, treats for rabbits, chinchillas, guinea pig, hamster, gerbil, so on and so forth. Right now, they are on. Right now, these are on a Prime Spring deal. They're regular $8.99, and they're on the Spring deal for $7.64. It does not tell you how many you get per package. It just tells you that you get 250 grams, and that's on Amazon. And these are pretty similar to what I bought. So yeah. So apple stick small animal molar wood treats. So they're actually cheaper on Amazon by a long shot. These are definitely cheaper on here. Well, that's good to know for future, because I'm probably gonna need more after this year. So yeah, so this is how this came out. And then to ensure that these stay in case this ever falls out, I did run these under the orange stitches before I tied them really tightly up against the stem here. And then, like I said, I just used a dab of Eileen's tacky glue and stuck it down in the hole, and then yeah. So that is my little pumpkin. So this is one of 6 that I'm making. And they're a little bit bigger than I thought they were going to be, but that's okay. So for the yarn, you're probably wondering, well, what did you use for the yarn? Well, I had initially purchased, hold on. Okay. So I had initially purchased, I had to go retrieve the yarn. I don't think you wanted to look at my back the whole time while I was getting the yarn from over here. I had originally purchased at Joann when they first started. Had they already started liquidation sales at this point? Maybe. They might have. Anyways, so I had purchased 2 of the Super Saver, Red Heart Super Saver Jumbos. And these are 744 yards. In the colorway Pumpkin. So these are in the colorway Pumpkin. I had originally purchased 2 of these. Because with going down, I'm losing all my yarn. With the loom knit pattern, you have to hold 2 strands together. So that was my reasoning for buying 2 of those. Like I said, the whole loom knit thing did not work for me. So what I did yesterday, I had to go to Joann. Not Joann. I had to go to Michael's. I have Joann on the brain. Anyways, I had to go to Michael's and use up. I had a reward certificate, and then I had a 30% off, both of which were getting ready to expire very soon. I do not need any more yarn. But I was going through all the Loops and Threads yarns, which I really like the Loops and Threads yarns. I really like their impeccable yarns. A lot of people don't like this yarn because it can be splitty. And I agree, it can be, but it's just all about how you work with it. Like what hook you use and, you know, tension and whatnot. So I picked up 2 of their color of pumpkin. Now I want to show you how drastically different these are. So this is the one I use, the Loops and Threads Pumpkin. I was not even showing you the color. So there's the color and the specs for this. And each one of these are 285 yards. And I only bought 2 because, well, that's all they had on the shelf was 2. And this is in the colorway Pumpkin. Now this Red Heart was Pumpkin. Look at how drastically different these 2 colors of pumpkin are. And this one's fine for pumpkins. The Red Heart one, I felt it to be a little too bright for what I'm doing and who these are going to. So when I saw this at Michael's yesterday, I was like, yeah, those two need to go home with me. So I'm happy with the colorway and how it's turning out for the pumpkin. So, and yes, you are working in back loop only on that. Okay, so, and then for the little line thingies, I am using Big Twist Value in the color Forest Green. And I really like how this green looks with that orange, with that pumpkin. I think that looks really good. Okay, and then I just want to show you a couple other things I keep forgetting to show. I meant to show you yesterday. I went to Daiso. I don't remember how you pronounce it. Anyways, I went there on Friday because they had Mickey and Minnie Easter eggs. And as you know, I'm in the process of getting a little, like a little care package together to send to my best friend back in Michigan. And so I wanted to get there and get these before they were gone. And yeah, there's one missing already because I let my little buddy have one of each. But there's the Mickey. So there was 3 in each pack, and they were $1.75 a pack. And there's Minnie. So I got those. Now, yesterday, I was going to put candy in those, and then I thought about, well, you got to ship them. So probably best not to put candy in them because it could melt, right? Well, when I was at Michael's yesterday, they had these cute little pack of rubber ducks for $2.99, but then I had 30% off my on my regular price purchase. So I'm going to take these little ducks and stick them inside the egg, and then so I have 4 eggs left, so there will be 2 extra ducks. I'll just throw them in the box. So I got those, and then real quick, my video is getting a little bit longer than I wanted it to. They had their spring stickers out at Daiso, so I grabbed some cats, some really pretty flowers, and I really like this one. Look at the vines. A little bird cage over here. So that was that. So that's what I did. That's kind of what I've got going on right now. Not much else. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it for today. So I don't know if there's going to be a video tomorrow. No idea. We have day 2 of state testing tomorrow, and then we have church in the evening. So tomorrow's going to be a little bit crazy. I may just get on here and do a quick short video. I don't know. I'll see what time allows me tomorrow. So, and then real quick, my buddy would like me to show you his little, I buy these sensory toys for him. He has another one. I think I've showed it on here before that we bought at the Learning Store. Well, Michael's had one yesterday. It's a caterpillar. This was less than $2 after my coupons. And this one lights up. I won't show that too long on there because I know it can be sensitive for some people. But we didn't even know it lit up until we were standing in line at the register, and he started playing with it, and it's like, ooh, okay. So now that it's done, you can see it's got all the little sensory pieces on here and all that. So he went to bed with this thing last night. So that was a good sensory toy find. Yeah, it's taken a while to find sensory toys for him that he doesn't get bored with, or that he gets frustrated with. So very happy with that. But anyways, friends, I'm gonna go. We're about 15 minutes, a little bit longer than I wanted, but anyways, all right, I love you all. God loves you. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.